Hey everybody, this is Nuno Costa from Invictus Fitness, and I wanted to go over a general warm-up for your running workouts. So I wanted to just go over some of the things that you might have seen in the past, and you can sort of incorporate it however you want when it comes to running. So the first thing I wanted you guys to have is a video of the perfect stretch. So in the perfect stretch, I'm gonna bring my knee nice and high. I'm gonna come forward into a lunge, bring my hands down to the ground, and then grab my toe and straighten my leg out. So I can keep that in a forward motion, just like this. So leg comes up, knee comes out into a lunge. I'm gonna grab the toe, straighten the leg out, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite leg. So that's what we call the perfect stretch. So that's one of the drills that we like to warm up. Get your hips nice and open, targets your hamstrings as well. Personally, I like the lateral lunges a lot. I feel like that gets your hamstrings and your adductors nice and primed for running. So the lateral lunge, I always like to start with my feet right under my hips, and then I take a step sideways, toes are pointed forward, and then I kind of sit back, almost like sitting on a bar stool. So feet are pointed forward, and then I'm keeping this leg nice and straight, bringing my feet together. You can go like 10 in each direction. One of the things I like to do as well is leg swings. So for leg swings, you probably have seen it on the blog. I like facing a rack. You can even hold on to a wall, whatever it is that you want. So I like to do it perpendicular to the rack. I start with 10 swings on the right, 10 swings on the left. And then what I'll do is I'll turn, and then I'll do 10 swings this way, and then 10 swings this way. So altogether there, that gets me about 40 swings. If I want to do a little bit more, what I can do is I can bend my knee on the way back, and as I come forward, the leg comes up just a little bit, and that helps me engage my hamstrings a little bit more. So I can do 10 more of those to get my hips nice and open. So that gives you guys a little bit in terms of warm-up. Also, hip rotations. I like doing some external rotations and I learned these when I ran track in college, is feeling like my leg or my heel is going over a hurdle. So doing 10 in each direction. So some nice good hip rotations. Hips are a super important part of running, and we want to make sure you guys are nice and primed to do the work. So you could do 10 hip rotations forward, external rotation, okay, or internal rotation, I should say, and then 10 in the opposite direction. So 10 going inside out. So 10 outside in, 10 inside out. So 10 in each direction. Last one that we have here is a push-up into a downward dog, okay? And then you can walk your feet up, push up into downward dog. And the downward dog, I like especially for the upper portion of your back. I feel that gets your shoulders nice and open for what you need to do when it comes to running. Last thing that I want, one-legged jumps. You've probably seen these in your warm-ups. So one-legged jumps, nice and simple. Just jumping on one foot, doing 10 meters on the right, and then 10 meters on the left. So those are some of the things that you probably have seen in our warm-ups. I just wanted you guys to have a reference to it. You have the perfect stretch, you have lateral lunges, you have leg swings using a rack or a wall, you have some hip rotations, you have your push-up into a downward dog, and then you have your one-legged jumps. That if you incorporate, I would say 3 of those, any variation of those, it should get you nice and warm, some good dynamic range of motion for your running sessions.